Okay, I know the landing spots for the majority of these guys were bad, but no, here we have Trey Sermon kind of single-handedly saving the running back position here. I mean, obviously you like Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne lands in a bad spot, but you really love Najee Harris. Outside of that, we really had nobody. The guy that I thought was going to be next off the board was Kenneth Gainwell, but I'm completely fine with it being Trey Sermon, especially when he is getting this fantastic spot with the San Francisco 49ers. Now, if we are evaluating this team, there are a few things that we have to talk about. A, we have to talk about the fact that he's going to a Kyle Shanahan zone scheme running, and this is going to be fantastic with Trey Sermon at quarterback. Now, not Trey Sermon at quarterback, Trey Lance at quarterback with Trey Sermon at running back. This is the same thing with Amari Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers in the last video. I just cannot talk when we have all these names the same. But regardless, what you're going to find here is Trey Sermon was a running back that I wasn't very high on his overall receiving profile, because you look at it and he only accounted for 4.6% of his college passing offense. And usually the minimum threshold that you're going to be expecting from someone that can handle receiving down usage at the NFL level is going to be 8%. So he wasn't even close to that. But to be completely honest, it doesn't matter, because in this offense with Trey Lance at quarterback, what you want is you want the first and second down running back. You don't care about the third down running back, because a third down running back on a offense with a quarterback that's going to look to run first isn't that valuable. I think the perfect example we can go to this is remembering Taysom Hill on the Saints. And remember, guys, Taysom Hill just completely destroyed the value of Alvin Kamara, because he wasn't looking to check the ball down. He wasn't looking to go through his progressions. He was looking to scramble if his throw wasn't there. I think that's what we're going to find, especially in Trey Lance's rookie season. So I'm not wanting the guy that's going to be getting the ball checked down to him. So this is a perfect landing spot in that if you're getting the first and second down usage, Trey Sermon is going to have such an easy time running the ball, because whenever Trey Lance goes to hand it off, we know that the linebackers are going to have to freeze. They're not necessarily going to know who is actually coming away with it. So I would expect the overall efficiency for Trey Sermon, based on Trey Lance being the quarterback there, to be through the roof. Now you throw in the fact that Kyle Shanahan is one of the best head coaches in the entire NFL for getting starting running back production. Now I will say, yes, it's hard to know who that starting running back is going to be. But now, if we look at the running back room in San Francisco, Trey Sermon not only is the most recent investment made, which definitely matters, but he's also the highest investment made, because we know Raheem Mostert got the extension last offseason, but it was a very team-friendly deal even after having a very impressive stretch way back in 2019. So we're not having a ton of investment into Raheem Mostert. Then you also have Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson really has no team investment. So Trey Sermon should be the favorite to be the starting running back for San Francisco. This should be one of the best offenses in the entire NFL. They have one of the best offensive lines. They have the wide receivers and the tight end to jack up the offensive efficiency alongside the quarterback and the head coach. So I think that this is literally perfect. Now, let me know where y'all are going to be drafting Trey Sermon in Dynasty rookie drafts, because with this fantastic landing spot, I think maybe he jumps up to a range where he is a little too pricey for us. I'm just having an initial thought that Trey Lance maybe is going to end up going in that same tier of a Devontae Smith, a Jalen Waddle. And in that tier, I think probably we would rather go with the wide receivers that got top 10 NFL draft capital. But let me know what y'all are thinking here, because obviously the landing spot's fantastic, and Trey Lance does have the potential to be one of the best running backs. Obviously, he had so many things going on in college where with the transfer and everything, it was kind of hard to come and have a square evaluation on exactly what you should be expecting from Trey Sermon. But nonetheless, I think that he is a running back with upside. He finds the spot where he can maximize that upside that he does have. So this is perfect. Okay, so Tim is saying that he's going to be drafting Trey as a first rounder or an early second rounder. I don't know if I can get there. In Superflex, I don't know if I can go as early as the first or early second round for him, just because I think we would prefer a Devontae Smith there. But let me know. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Trey Sermon, rank those three guys for me. Okay, so let's go. Ash is saying, where would you draft Sermon in a Superflex league? What area? Let me pull up my current rookie rankings on Patreon. That's probably the best thing that we can do. And let's look at how high he is going to move up. And this is also why I love going through and getting those initial rookie rankings on Patreon out. That way I can just continuously update and we don't have to completely start from scratch. We can go, okay, this is what we thought of the player beforehand. This is what happened. How far should he be rising? And with TREY Sermon, we had him as the running back, actually 6 in the class, behind Harris, Etienne, Williams, Gainwell, Hubbard, Carter, and then Sermon. So I think Sermon easily jumps Gainwell, Hubbard, and Michael Carter Jr. Sermon has to be the running back 4 in the class. Now, if you're looking at what wide receivers he's going to be equivalent to in value, I think the tier that you have to throw him in is I think he is in the tier with Devonta Smith, Elijah Moore, Jalen Waddle, Rondell Moore, Rashad Bateman, Terrace Marshall. I think he has to jump up to that tier. So TREY Sermon in a super flex rookie draft for me is most likely going to be an early second round pick. Now I can see some other people having him a little bit higher than me. I can see some people deciding that he is worth a late first. I will say be a little bit hesitant and just automatically vaulting up those running backs that get the nice landing spot over some of those wide receivers that should have a higher historical hit rate. So of course TREY Sermon has the upside, but I don't want to be taking him over a Devonta Smith. I'll say that right now. I can't do it. Jalen Waddle, same thing. I think Waddle I'm going to have ahead of him. Elijah Moore. It's interesting. It's interesting. But Mike is saying he prefers Smith, Waddle, then Sermon. Ash is saying the 203. Ian is saying mid-second. Yeah, I'm right there with y'all, guys. I think that you're going to be expecting TREY Sermon to jump up to the 203, 204, 205 range, maybe making his way up to the 202. If you're playing in a points per carry format, then it's going to be a little bit higher than that. But yeah, I mean, TREY Sermon, someone with a ton of upside, finding the best landing spot that you can for a running back. Now, definitely, this hurts Raheem Mostert. This hurts Jeff Wilson. And I know we just made a video saying why I was stashing Mostert, and it looks like that video is not going to age well now that TREY Sermon should, at the very minimum, be in a heavy usage committee there. But I think that's all we really have to say right now about this situation. Let me read the chat real quick to see if there's anything relevant that y'all added on that we can kind of talk about. Mason says TREY Sermon might be a running back 3 in Dynasty. I think TREY Sermon definitely is in that running back 3 range. I mean, you go through some Dynasty rookie running back rankings. I'm sorry, Dynasty rookie running back rankings. I can't even say non-rookie when we're talking about rookies all day long. But anyway, Dynasty rookie rankings. Yeah, I think that he could easily slide up to being a top 36 option. Okay, Ian says Anthony to Cleveland. Yeah, I'm not even going to want to talk about that much, even though Cleveland is a decent landing spot, given the fact that they do have targets available with Odell Beckham Jr. coming back from injury, Jarvis Landry not having much long-term guaranteed money. But let's go through, and I think that's all we're gonna have for this video. Make sure, guys, go down there, drop a like. It helps us out so much. YouTube is not going to be recommending these videos, these streams, unless they have a ridiculous amount of likes, just because we are going nonstop and just uploading new ones. It's not good for the algorithm, but if y'all drop a like, maybe it will help us out. And yeah, I'm going to sit here tonight. I'm going to think about where TREY Sermon should be officially ranked in our rookie rankings, and I will definitely have those updated for y'all at the very minimum by tomorrow morning, because now that TREY Sermon's picked here, it's going to be a little bit harder to sit here and make this decision.